local music quota that was dispensed at the SABC and what it entails for South African artists. Not only that, the week-long conference will debate various industry issues with local and international key players. With that theme, it fits, which is titled Censored-When the Revolution Could Be Televised. All right, we're joined in the studio. Tell us more. Music legend Sipho Mabuse. Tapunzibadi is also here. He's a board member of Moshito. Gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you.
We almost thought that this was not going to go without us talking about it, 90%. Why is it such an important discussion? Let me start with you, Sipho. And at a platform like Moshito, 90% this platform.
Why is it such an important discussion? It's because it's in the public domain. It's something that everybody's talking about on a regular basis, and it has never happened before. So it's a phenomenon that has been introduced to the music discourse of this country. And the landscape obviously is going to change and become different. However, I still maintain that much as it has been introduced, we need to tread carefully around it so that it doesn't end up being a destructive phenomenon, if I may put it that way. Yeah.
So let's talk about Moshito and why this platform is important. And I mean, Moshito has been around for a while now.
Yeah, it's been there for 13 years. And I think this platform is very important for the industry because that's where we engage issues like the 90%. And I think on the issue of 90%, it's also, we've got a topic that says a play for what? We look at now, what does it mean, rent value-wise? And ownership, the issue of ownership, because I can play your music, but if it's owned by somebody else, it's not making money for you. So it's very important to engage on this issue of 90%. It's long overdue.
Yeah.
I mean, it was supposed to happen years ago, the 90%. In fact, we're looking for 100%. Yes.
But I just want to sort of come in there, just to clarify certain things as regards to the 90%. And the relationship with Moshito and all the other conferences that are happening. Now, with the conference itself, we invite a lot of international interests. How do they then benefit from that? How do they invest and create relationships when at the end of the day, all of them are going to be sharing time? This is one of the things that I actually wanted to mention, that we need to tread very carefully around that. We cannot, on the other hand, we have a major conference that invite the international community to be part of a conference that is at large supposed to promote music, and at the same time we limit the space within which they have to operate.
Why are those international players important, so in your opinion, in a situation like Moshito? You know what,
we're not living in an isolating world. We need to involve even the international world because they've got things. Some of them, they are ahead of us. I mean, with the issues of technology and issues of, the infrastructure. So we need to engage them. That's why we always invite them.
For somebody who's never attended Moshito, what does this conference do to a new musician who's just signed a record deal? And I hear there's something called a Moshito Music Conference. How's this going to benefit me?
South Africa, music conferences are very important. And Moshito is probably one of the very important conferences. Like, for instance, you've got Medem, you've got Music Exchange in Cape Town, you've got Imbizo in
KZN,
you've got Womex. All these conferences are very important so that there are the interactions between, particularly those who want to actually disseminate music to the public, and people exchange ideas because we all come from different parts of the world. And those conferences play such an important role. Moshito becomes now central to the South African music industry, and this is where we feel that people internationally and locally can exchange ideas as to how we grow the music industry.
And Lebu, as Moshito, we've introduced a slot where we say demo session.
Right.
And it's going with the price of 20,000. That's where we introduce, like on your question, that's where we introduce new artists in the market. With that 20,000, we do a proper recording of 2 songs, a proper profile, you know, and we put them in the professional studio so that they can be able to understand how they present themselves when they go out there to look for a deal. So there is that slot for the new act.
All right, so give us dates, details. Where?
It's happening here at SABC in Johannesburg on the 7th until the 10th of September. And we'll be welcoming all our guests on the 7th, and then we'll have a gala dinner where we're welcoming even the Minister of Arts and Culture is involved. Everybody who's our VIP, they'll be coming on the 7th, and we're having a gala dinner. We'll also have some events. You know, on the 9th, we've got a big event in Melville where we're going to close the street.
All right.
And we'll have...
What about the 8th?
And the 8th, we've got the censored event, which is where Mr. Hostix Mabuse, our legend, Mabuse will be performing. So, we'll be performing there with our legend, Roger Lucy.
Yeah.
Roger Lucy is one of the white people who were in the early 70s and the late 80s. You know, they destroyed his music because his lyrics were against the then apartheid government. And we've got a very powerful young lady by the name of Gigi, who's also, she's also our face of Moshito.
All right, gentlemen, I have to cut you off so I can release you as well because you've got lots of stuff to do this morning. Yeah. And then we have Vusinova performing for us after the break. So we have to be quick. Sipho Mabuse as well as Sipho Mabuse in the studio talking to us about Moshito Music Conference. Quick ad break. We're back after this. Stay with us.
Now this is Trends, of course, your one-stop serving of all that's juicy and trending in the world of entertainment and showbiz. My name, of course, is Refill Wemwilo.
I'm Dr. Censored-When, and this is Health Talk.
A very good morning and welcome to Media Monitor. I'm your host, Alicia Jolly.
My name is Dumile Matters.
My name is Mpho. What time is it? It's question time.
For your daily dose of current affairs, tune in to the SABC News Channel.
Hypertension is the condition where the blood pressure, the pressure in the blood vessels, it goes up.
We often come out at the top of the ladder having the worst numbers. And I think that's because we almost have what I can call a perfect storm of high blood pressure risk factors.
If you are diagnosed with hypertension, you just have to continue taking the medication for the rest of the life.
Because we try and reintegrate them and we try and retrain their abilities to be part of social society.
We do a lot of work trying to educate people, trying to encourage and motivate people to lead a healthy lifestyle. So what a healthy lifestyle means from a blood pressure point of view is obviously the more active you are, and the better your heart is, the more fit your heart is, and the better condition your blood vessels are.
Catch Health Talk every Saturday from 9 to 10 with Dr. Sillo Mutawo.